Can you get at least 5 patients in a week from Instagram alone? If the answer is yes, then you can click off this video right now because you already at least have a predictable content system. But if the answer is no, that means you have content with no direction. And what that means is that you have no time to post, you're optimizing for hard sells, you have very low engagement, and you have an effort to result disparity where you're trying really, really hard, but you're not really getting any patience, you're not really getting any engagement, and not really bringing in any followers. And if any of your content looks like this, like it's made practically maybe by AI, it's really informative, or it just kind of seems generic, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you the exact content system that we use for every single one of our clients and we implement for them that allows them to book high quality patients with $0 in ad spend. All right. But before I get into it, the number one goal of your content should be to get found. All right. Not to just put stuff out there, not to get put volume, is to be found. If people don't know who you are, then how are they going to become a patient? All right. So now this is our EGC, UGC content system that is booking 25 plus treatment package patients per month without you filming more than 2 hours per week. All right. If you're spending more than 30 hours a week on content right now, just for it to be set in the void and for it to not bring in a consistent patient flow, then you're doing things completely wrong. Okay. If you don't know me, my name is Jay. I'm the founder of Axolate.io. We are a aesthetic clinic growth partner. Over the last few years, we've been working with dozens and dozens of aesthetic clinics, med spas, wellness centers, helping them take back control of their marketing and not work with any marketing agencies by implementing predictable systems that require little to no management on their end. I've been able to build a business that has allowed me to travel in luxury, work with some of the biggest CEOs in the regenerative medicine space, and also be on some pretty cool podcasts as well. All right. And not to mention, we get very, very good results. And the reason why we're different is because we have a very hands-off delivery. All right. You don't really have to do much yourself because it's so hyper specific that it allows you to take back control of your clinic without you really managing, without you really putting in all that manual efforts. You get to build a loyal patient base, build enterprise value. So if you want to sell the clinic in the future, you could do so, compared to a marketing agency where they're a contractor. It's a little bit unreliable, and an investor is not going to want to buy a clinic from someone who's working with a marketing agency, but they would with a predictable acquisition system. All right. And we give our clients the ability to have an independent way of marketing. And this is something that not a lot of them have ever tried beforehand. Not to mention, like I mentioned, the client results here: $23,000 Rhino lead, and then the almost $3,000 SoftWave close. All right. Why is employee UGC and EGC the best type of content to make? Well, it's because patients book with people. The highest performing esthetician accounts are built around a person with a personality. All right. If you look at the injector bunny here, Erica, over 300,000 followers, she primarily doing a bunch of UGC, 2.6 million views, 100,000 views. She's consistently doing a lot. And as you could probably see, this is going to be converting at a pretty high rates with 300,000 followers. Same thing with Joanne here, only 14,000 followers, but she has UGC, EGC, and different types of categories, but it's still performing at a really high rate. And the same thing with this guy as well. All right. Now I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process. There's 6 steps. Watch till the end, because I might have an offer for you that will allow you to implement this with practically zero risk upfront. All right. Now, step number 1 is you need to choose your topic. If people are asking about it, that means it has a higher chance of going viral once you answer it and publicly post it. All right. It's a combination of 2 things. Number 1 is your high interest services. This is specific to your clinic. It's the most purchased, the most asked about. If you're running ads, the most clicks, what ad has the most clicks, whatever these high interest services are, this needs to be your foundation of all your content. The most popular ones are Botox and Diasport, filler, body contouring, microneedling. All right. You need to combine this with a hot topic theme. And the number 1 hot topic theme is prejuvenation. All right. So combine your high interest service, which is, let's say, Botox, with prejuvenation, and you have the foundation for all your content. Step number 2 is you're choosing your persona. Persona is literally just a personality. And there's so many different personalities that you could choose from. You need to choose 1 or 2 that align with yourself. Make it as genuine as possible. People could tell if you're not being authentic, all right? The expert is going to be more calm, clinical, and informative. The charmer, It's more humorous, it's light, relatable. The closer is not one of my favorites, but if you're really good, if you're confident and really, really good at sales, then this is going to be probably your best bet to go with. I just don't like it because most of the time, sales is really a gray area, a very difficult space to dabble in. People hate being sold to, and they hate feeling like they're being sold to. So you really want to be careful with that one. The next one is the trendsetter. This is very fast, cut heavy TikTok style. You're really going to need to either have an editor or be good at editing yourself, because this is what it relies on, right? Editing itself. The visual hooker is going to be, satisfying clips, transitions. You're not really going to have to be on camera that much. But you're going to have to be filming a lot. You're going to have to be editing a lot again. The relatable realist, this is going to be unfiltered, raw, honest stuff that no one really talks about. You're just really building that authenticity. It feels like you're speaking to like a friend maybe. Like I mentioned, you pick 1 or 2 personas, stick to it across all your channels, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The more you choose, the more it's going to confuse your patients on who you actually are. People want to feel alignment. People want to trust you. So just stick to 1 or 2 and you're going to have an easier time converting people. Step number 3 is the impact method. This is the category of content that you should be posting. IMPACT, all right? I is the insight hook. This is just a surprising or disruptive fact that is going to stop someone mid-scroll, a pattern interrupt, what we call it, all right? This is the entire mechanism of basically stopping someone mid-scroll, and the rest could be anything you want. You just speak on the topic itself, all right? So this is basically the bread and butter of this entire mechanism, of this archetype. It's just the insight hook. M is myth busting. You're addressing or dismantling a common belief. Every myth you bust, what is really, really good about this, every myth you bust in content is an objection that never comes up in a consultation because you already addressed it. And let's say someone comes in through an ad, they click on an ad, they've never seen your content before, and they give you an objection through SMS, through text, on the phone. What you could do is be like, hey, well, we actually already answered that question on our Instagram. Check it out right here and send them the video. You don't have to do anything yourself. You already answered that objection. Don't waste your time. Don't put any more effort and energy into it when you already did it, okay? Pain agitation, you're just agitating a specific frustration and then offering them a clear direction or a clear solution to their problem, right? Don't just agitate their pain and poke at it. They're gonna hate you, okay? You need to agitate it, but then offer them a clear solution. All right? You're making them aware of the pain, but then bridging the gap between the pain and the solution, all right? Next one is authority proof, basically just setting yourself as the authoritative figure, social proof, trust, it's real, specific, okay? Case study is a full transformation story compressed into 30 to 45 seconds. You have the patient age, where they live, their name, their specific concern, the timeline of results. It lets the viewer see themselves in someone else's story. So for example, if someone relates to Megan, if someone who struggles with acne and sees Megan's story, they're gonna be like, wow, this is literally me. I'm going to book a consultation and I'm going to have practically no questions. I just want these exact results. All right, that's it. Last one is transformation story. This is just emotional depth, emotional connection to your persona, to your personality, to who you are as a person, because a personality without emotional depth is just a robot. It's just kind of boring. It doesn't really add any authenticity. As humans, we're very emotional beings. So if you can be vulnerable, then that's going to honestly boost your content a lot more than you would think. And most people don't think about being vulnerable in their content, but the more you can, the more honest, the more genuine, people appreciate that. Once you've done this, now step number 4 is script creation. All right, we're going to use AI to do this because creating scripts yourself is going to take way, way, way too long. All you need to do, screenshot this, pause the video, screenshot it, fill in the template with options from the previous steps. So as you see, it says topic right here. Your topic would be one of the treatments and the hot topic. And then the persona would be one of these personas right here. And then the using the impact framework, one of the impact frameworks would be one of the archetypes. And then tone should be educational, funny, confident, trendy, honest, and anything moving forward. And then you would just do the rest of this. Optimize for Instagram most of the time, and include 2 variations, 1 verbal, 1 visual, and then there's other guidelines as well. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of an example. I already put it into Claude, but this is the example that I use. Botox aftercare tips, the expert, I chose the archetype, I chose the tone, the demographic, I left it a little bit broad. Maybe you want to do it a little bit more specific depending on what your specific treatment is. If it's maybe a facial or microneedling, you want to maybe have a demographic where they're above a certain age, but they're also suffering from a specific problem with their skin. Okay, optimizing for Instagram Reels, and then you have the guidelines here. So I put this into Claude. It gave me an entire script. I know all I did was plug in everything, targeted, boom, 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 include suggestions for on-screen text overlays and B-rolls, and then it gave me the output. All right, it took maybe 20 seconds rather than 2 hours, which it would take if you're doing it by yourself. I have the entire script, the shot list, the on-screen text and overlays, the B-roll suggestions, the audio notes even, and what it also does, it even gave me a compliance note. If I was running this as a paid ad rather than organic, Meta is very strict about injectable content. So this is not really something that most people know, but yeah, Meta is very, very strict with injectable content. They're really, really heavy on banning anything that has to do with in the medical. So you just have to be a little bit aware of that. But here at Activate.io, we're very, very careful. We've been running this for over 3 years, so we know exactly what Meta likes and what Meta doesn't like. So if you want to see how you could implement all this content without having to worry about getting banned or anything like that, click the link down below, book a free walkthrough call, okay? So next, after you've created the script, now I'm going to give you the filming best practices. What we do for our clients right when we sign up with them is we actually fly to their city for a full day of content creation where they can have ads created for them and content, 2 weeks worth of content already filmed for themselves. So they don't need to worry for 2 weeks. All right, but obviously I can't do that for you, so I'm going to give you some free value and give you some filming best practices. All right, film in vertical format, 9:16. Kind of like this. Natural lighting, don't make it dark. You can also have a ring light if you want, but turn on any lights, all right? Don't have it be dark in your house or your clinic or anything like that. Captions are very, very important because 85% of viewers are going to watch without sound. Keep it short, under 45 seconds. If it's top of funnel, if you're just trying to get attention, you can have it for 20 to 30 seconds maybe, but aim no more than 60 seconds. Hook in the first 3 seconds like it showed right here in the script creation, and have a clear CTA. Clear CTA is already in here. Where is it? Right here. Visual or verbal. There's a teleprompter option in CapCut or Instagram for anyone that struggles to memorize a script. So if you can't memorize a script, there's a teleprompter in CapCut or Instagram which will allow you to basically just read the script, or you could put bullet points to remind yourself as a script if you want to keep it more natural. It'll allow you to basically have it pretty accurate following of the script, keep it pretty professional without having to memorize everything yourself and trying to waste time memorizing. But if you're more than memorizer and you want to do that, you could do that as well. All you have to do is copy and paste it from the script creation from the AI, from the LLM, and then upload it to the teleprompter. You can adjust the scroll speed based off how fast you read, and you want to maintain eye contact with the camera. So if you look right now, I'm looking at the camera and then I'm looking at the screen. If you look at the camera, that is eye contact. If you look at the screen, so if you're directly reading the teleprompter, then it's going to look like you're a little bit, you lack confidence, or you don't really know what you're doing. So you're going to have the teleprompter in your peripherals, but you should still be able to read it, all right? This is what is going to make the expert and the closer personas accessible to anyone regardless of confidence on camera. The teleprompter and maintaining eye contact will signal confidence even if you're not the most confident. The charmer persona is going to break fourth wall casually as a filming practice. The trendsetter, like I mentioned before, has fast cuts. The visual hooker barely appears on camera at all. It's a trade-off. You don't have to appear on camera, but you're gonna have to be filming a lot, and you might have to do a lot of editing. All right, so that is the before last step. After that, we need to get to editing. All right, you can use any editing software you'd like, but CapCut is going to be the easiest for you, and it's free. If it's not free, I think it's like $15 to $20 per month, but it's really, really easy if you don't want to hire an editor and you want to do things yourself and keep it cheap. Okay, you have auto captions. So like I mentioned, every single video needs captions. CapCut does it for you. You just upload your video, click on the auto captions and it'll generate all the captions for you automatically just from your voice. The hook builders, so they have large bold text. If you want to do a visual hook, you put in the first 3 seconds. You can really adjust the template there, the style and the color of it. So it's pretty flexible on that. It allows you to have quick cuts and transitions if you're the visual hooker type. Filters, smoothing, light enhancements, everything like that. And then templates and presets with sounds, editing styles already done. And so if you want to use the templates on there, you could also use the templates, all right? So the next step is simple in this entire process, all right? If this sounds like the solution to all your content problems, if you've been maybe trying to do everything yourself when it comes to posting content and you're super tired of taking out your phone every single day, having to film, having to force clients who don't even want to be on camera, and it's just so awkward, then book a free 15-minute walkthrough call down below. On that call, I'm going to show you where you currently are when it comes to your patient acquisition, just in general, outside of content, and how this content system could fit into what you're already doing. So we won't change anything, we won't fire any of your staff, won't hire any more staff, just to see if this content system could fit into what you're already doing, and how, if it could fit in, how you can implement it yourself, or whether you want a little bit of help with it. When you do book, you'll also receive a free social profile optimization. What this is, it's basically just a little adjustment of all your social channels to optimize for patient conversion. So what that is essentially we're going to break down all the profiles on Instagram, Facebook, add a little bit of photos, add a little bit of personality, put a CTA, a link in the bio, and maybe put a clear value proposition of what you do, and then just add some more photos in there, and then give you a little bit of a kickstart for free. There's no pressure either way, but we do only work one-on-one with 3 estheticians per week, and our calendar is usually full by Friday. So click the link down below, book your free walkthrough call, and let's show you how you can really start to own your own content machine and start getting some crazy results like this.